The Tokyo Olympics might be closed to foreign fans. Organisers say the decision will be made by the end of March, after local media reported that they were planning to ban overseas fans due to the pandemic. Before the Games were postponed last year, 600,000 foreign visitors were expected. Organisers have been meeting the International Olympic Committee. Michio Ishida joins us from Tokyo for more on this. And Michio, yet another headache for Tokyo 2020.
Well, it certainly is a headache for Tokyo, which is still battling its own COVID-19 situation. Tokyo is still in a state of emergency, and Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga has announced that Tokyo's state of emergency will be extended by another 2 weeks after its March 7th deadline. Given that, it's very difficult at this point in time to expect spectators from overseas, as people from overseas cannot even enter Japan at this point in time. Now, Seiko Hashimoto, who is the new president of Tokyo 2020 Organizing Committee, says that she will decide by March 25th. That's the day when the torch relay kicks off on whether or not to allow spectators from overseas. Now, the number of spectators will be decided in April, and it will be based on how Japan will be able to host competitions. For instance, in April, the Grand Sumo tournament is expected, and also the pro baseball season is expected to kick off the end of March. At this point in time, spectators of up to 5,000 are allowed. Will more be allowed? We'll have to wait and see if Tokyo will be out of the state of emergency. Now, one good news that was reported from IOC President Thomas Bach is that there are many National Olympic Committees saying that they plan to vaccinate their athletes heading to the Tokyo Olympic Games. And that's really good for Japan because even by July, many Japanese will not be vaccinated.
Michio, Olympic organisers have also appointed 12 women to their board. Is this enough to move away from the sexism row caused by the former chief?
Well, yes, Tokyo's 2020 council board members are now 42% women, and it's with various backgrounds. They consist of Olympic medalists, academics, a lawyer, an entrepreneur, and a representative of Japan's indigenous group called the Ainu. And it's to promote gender equality and to stress diversity. And Tokyo Olympic Games are expected to have the highest percentage of women participants ever. Now, if you realize in today's 5 top member meeting, all representatives of Japan's side were women. So it's all these movements are to show how Tokyo is eager to reverse its image after former Prime Minister Yoshiro Mori, who was president of Tokyo 2020, made some derogatory remarks against women. And it did cost his post. So Tokyo is really working hard at trying to promote its image as a gender equality, a friendly society.